Hey guys, welcome to another video from GA Nerds Southwest Florida. My name's Darren Miles and I'm a pilot who's pretty much runs this channel. And recently I finished up my IFR training, and yes, I will do another video letting you know whether I actually passed my check ride. However, during my IFR training, we had a really unique experience. I did this up in St. Simon Island with a company called Easy IFR, and by the way, that's St. Simon's Island, not St. Simon Island, it's St. Simon's Island. Anyway, we did my IFR training up there, and one of the airports that you go to is an airport in Georgia called Waycross. And on my second day of training, or maybe it was my third day of training, Waycross had ceilings down to 400 feet. And my instructor's like, let's go. And I was like, okay. So it was my first real opportunity. I've done a lot of IFR training. I've actually been in IFR training for the last 2.5 years. However, I was taking it and I was kind of going 1 hour per week, and it was a lot of repetition. I kept repeating the same stuff over and over again, and I wasn't really getting anywhere. So I decided that for me and the way that I learned, it's better for me to just go to a school and fly a week straight and get my IFR rating and just get it over with. And what's so great about this particular school is that there's some airports around there that do get weather in the morning and in the evening. And we went to Waycross, Georgia in the morning, and they had 400-foot ceilings, which is only a couple hundred feet above minimums, which was pretty exciting, especially if you haven't done a lot of flying into actual IMC. This was a wonderful opportunity for me to experience that and get that, that real world firsthand experience, which is kind of hard to come by because most of the time in flight training, if it's overcast, you just don't fly at most flight schools. But this was my plane. It was an opportunity to take advantage of the avionics, all the time, effort, and energy and money that went into this airplane to get it upgraded to fly into these conditions, for me to get trained in these conditions. It was pretty awesome to experience that for the first time, to actually be an actual IMC all the way down, not quite to minimums, but really close. So if you're into flight training, you've gotten your PPL, you're thinking about getting your IFR rating, here's an opportunity to see what actual IMC looks like down pretty close to minimums. We were a couple hundred feet above minimums, but still a pretty awesome experience, especially if it's your first time. When we broke through and I saw the runway, it was like, wow. Anyway, if you're curious to see what that looked like, stick around and watch the video.
Number 6003 Charlie's on a 5-mile final for runway 19er, Waycross traffic.
Great, beautiful small correction, just a few degrees, that's all you need.
Yep.
Looking good.
Fall behind the glide slope, so it's going to descend a little bit faster. Catching up to it now.
Diamond 309 Echo Romeo, asking for traffic advisory.
Now we're going to be in the opposite direction, so let's bring it over a little bit. Not a little corrections.
See your glide slope?
Yep,
Nice.
way above it.
Keep it coming down. Use that trim to help you. Your power's set a little bit high, I think. 2000. You want to bring it to like 18, 15, 19, yeah. That's going to help you keep that descent coming.
Albert County. We're going to be entering the downwind runway 27 remainder north.
Good job, nice small corrections. And then see how we're centered now, so we're going to go back to the left a little bit.
Very incoming traffic,
That's 1,000 feet.
Alpha is
Keep turning back left, keep turning back
northwest.
left.
Going to be over final field at 4,000 feet, spiral to a left downwind for 23 Marion.
See your CDI.
Yeah.
Start making that correction.
Traffic Diamond 309 Echo Romeo, left downwind for runway 9.
Nice. Then we're going to level off here to center it up.
We're
still right on glide slope, slightly right of course.
Circles to left 23.
And we're going to stop turning left to make sure it'll just come back to us. We don't have to fight it.
Okay.
Alright, 800 feet. We've got about 500 to minimums.
Okay.
We're right on glide slope. It looks good. We're slightly right of course.
Yeah, I'm going to move a little bit to the left.
Yep, just nice and small.
Getting more sensitive because we're getting closer. You're on
Nice.
glide slope. Airspeed's good. We're braking out any time now.
600 feet. We're approaching minimum.
I'm going to straighten it out. I got the
And
field.
there's your runway.
Alright.
Look at that, hand fluid approach.
Sweet. I can do a second notch flap now too.
Perfect, yep.
We'll be holding at Alex.
Short final, 19, Waycross, full stop.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. do it.
Yeah, you're fine. These ones are calm. You don't need a lot of flaps.
It's a little fast, so.
Minimums.
Yeah, we had that much more to go to
Yep.
minimum. That's amazing.
Yeah, technology is super advanced. It'll bring it way down.
The threshold cut the power. Wow. All I can say is wow.
Yeah, it's fun flying. Yeah, you did great. We got a little bit right at one point.
Yeah.
So don't be scared to make corrections. I know I'm big on small corrections, but don't be scared. If you need to turn, make the turn.
Alright.
Hey, your glide slope was glued to center the whole time.
This, I will say in general, this plane's much easier to control than the Piper in my experience.
This is runway 5. We can just turn off here.
Wing cross traffic, 760,